Yo, what's up? So check me out, dog. If you click this video, you clicked it for a reason. You feel me? You clicked this joint for a reason. I feel like it's my due diligence to be the one to keep that joint in stack with you, bro. Now, my intention with this video is to make this the only video that you need when it comes to making and adding your own vocal samples in your beats, you feel me? That shit was supposed to be smooth. You know what I'm saying? I want to give you the value that you deserve, bro, because I remember years, bro. I'm like, yo, where's the sauce? Niggas was not trying to leak the sauce. And also just avoid having to clear somebody else's shit, bro, because I'm already knowing that's a headache. It's a headache. Making this video a complete vocal guide on how to make your own samples using your own voice. Niggas was not trying to leak the sauce, bro. I'm like, what's going on? So look, bro, check me out. Just these songs alone have generated over 3 billion streams, bro. 3 billion streams. But there's something that all 3 of these songs share in common. And knowing that, we can see a formula that undoubtedly, my God, undoubtedly produces hits. The vocal sample. Yo, what up? So check me out, bro. If you new, I just want to say welcome. What's up? Always ask you to drop a comment, drop any video ideas you got for the kid, and I'm gonna see what I can do. You know what I'm saying? So for all the real ones that dropped the comment, I want to let you know that you are seen, bro, and I'm hearing you, fam. And I've been seeing that a lot of you guys want to learn more about vocal samples. And I feel like, bro, with the knowledge, what are you doing with it? How are you actually helping people? I really just want to give you the knowledge and the game that I've been able to pick up over 7 years of producing and almost coming up on like 5 years of learning how to use my voice and adding vocals in my samples. That's how I was able to teach myself, you know, how to sing, how to rap, how to do all that stuff was first by being a producer. The vocal sample. I ain't gonna lie, it don't matter the genre, you feel me? You gonna hear vocals and vocal samples used everywhere, from EDM to gospel to R&B. Is one of the most powerful instruments known to man, and this was natural to us. You can say it's a cheat code or a tool, whatever you want to call it. You can see some of the most iconic songs and moments being created when there's a vocal sample involved, man. Like, let's take a look at this little session of Kanye and Pharrell, and I want y'all to pay attention to the vocal sample and also Pharrell's reaction.
Y'all reaction right here, because that's no problem. Let's talk about the accent here. Yeah, but did you get that in the beginning?
Yeah, I heard that. He said they got me rapping through this wire shit. I heard that. Hey. Well, you got me, Playboy. Like,
you one of my favorite artists, man. Oh shit. Good.
Come on, vocals can't miss. But yeah, bro, just look how these vocals were able to capture one of the most eclectic individuals in our scene. But when it comes to production and being a producer, I think one of the biggest currencies we can have is attention. You feel me? If you catch somebody's attention, it's clip. If you can catch somebody's attention, 85% of the work is done. Now you just got to deliver. And when it comes to vocal samples, man, there are 3 artists off top that I know that have been able to master, execute, and dominate using this formula, creating generational vibes that you know we're going to hear for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Tems, Giveon, Friday. You do not need to have the best vocals to make a good vocal sample, bro. And I'm gonna be giving y'all some techniques and like a different thought process when approaching vocal samples so that you know you can take your joints to the moon. We all start with humble beginnings, so I know how it was to be straight hot buns, yo. But knowing that when there is a will, there's a way, that really pushed me to better my vocals and get more techniques and tricks that help your boy out, you know, eventually help you out, you know what I'm saying? But I was trash for a long ass time, and I can say, bro, I made so many mistakes. For every mistake, there's a lesson with that. So by the end of this video, you'll get 7 years of lessons, techniques, different ways of thinking that I've been able to pick up from studying these hit tracks and using my vocals in my production. Other than that, let's go ahead and get into this video. Off rip, we need to understand and know what makes a good vocal. You know, a good vocal is gonna be something that makes you feel something. I'm saying something that captures emotion. The voice is what is natural to us, and like I said earlier in the video, one of the greatest instruments of all time. Now check me out. This might be a little confusing, but while you do need a good vocal to get a good sample, not all good vocals are gonna be good vocal samples. You feel me? There is a formula and a lens that we can look through to see why these beats were made hits. You feel me? So first, you know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and break it down like this. All good vocal samples have these 3 things. Simplicity, you know, that kind of speaks for itself, but you want to use this vocal to be an embellishment. Every single good vocal is going to have great delivery. How you can get the best delivery out of your own vocals, a different mindset and the way that you can approach these so that, like, bro, you can't miss. And the delivery is really what makes these vocals sound good, how these things were actually recorded. And again, I'm saying, bro, you don't need a smooth, you don't need the best voice to go crazy with the vocal samples. And lastly, they have effects and techniques to make sure that these vocals are getting expressed cohesively and to its fullest potential. Now, of course, you know what I'm saying, is music, it's expression at the end of the day. So your effects and the techniques that you use in your samples are probably gonna look different, but the core fundamentals and formula for making good vocals are gonna stay the same. If you get one thing out of this video, I want you to understand the fundamentals of what makes a good vocal and how it can be applied to any type of sample. You can be making some dark trap, you can be making some R&B, some motherfucking spaghetti western. All right, man, so now we into these breakdowns, yo. The first key component to this formula, like I said, is simplicity. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and preview this first sample, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy Via Keys, but with this, I want you to keep in mind that we're looking at this through the lens of simplicity. You will lean on my You know, simplicity was a real highlight in my last video. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ain't see those, go ahead and check that out. As a producer, our main goal should be to make a canvas for an artist to, you know, do whatever they want to do. So like when adding vocal samples, the same thing applies. Like we want this vocal to be the main guide or melody of the composition or the track you're making. And you want to do this without it being in the way. But there's a few goals that we want to make sure that we're hitting whenever creating a hit vocal sample. You want space, you want it to be catchy, and now knowing these, how can we achieve these goals using the least amount of moves and the least amount of distracting factors? Now with this first sample, I want the main lens to be simplicity, and knowing how to leverage simplicity is one of the most crucial skills that you can have as a producer. You feel me? Now check me out, I'm gonna roll this little clip with ATL Jacob. Low key, it speak for itself, man.
Wait for you. So how I did Wait for you. This is the original sample. I love the original, so I pitched it down. Shit, shorty broke up with me. I'm like, shit. You know, I wanted to bring it straight in, like. Even with the drums, I ain't want the drums to do so much. They gotta feel organic. I only use 4 drums on it.
The simplicity of the beat and the sample that really made the track the track. Now again, with our eyes focused on simplicity, you know, it can be a starter, it can be some simple chords, man, just something to be, you know, a strong foundation to build these ideas on. And we can see this used in songs like Do Not Disturb by Drake.
Yeah. Styling no.
Port Junkie by that man's Rallo.
In my life, I'm do what I want.
Shout out to my dog Via Keys. She made this little starter, but it was perfect. It did exactly what I needed it to do. It was a great foundation, you know, to build some other ideas on. And you can see I didn't really do nothing crazy either. I just took out some parts just to leave more space and openness in those simple chords. I knew once I added vocals, all of it's going to fit together like glue. It does a lot more than what it actually looks like. Like by me taking out this little space right here, it adds movement. And it really grabs your attention because silence in itself is an instrument. So as soon as I cut out these little parts, it gave me room and space to add, you know, the vocals. So check me out. The next thing I did, you know, just to make this sample a little bit more full, I came in with this little bass and I also added these chords. Again, you're going to hear me say this joke like 50 times in the next 2 minutes, but really simple chords. But what's pulling these ideas out of my head is that lens of simplicity. Essentially, I want to enhance everything that I already have. So with these notes, my mindset is really just trying to enhance that one feeling that the chords are giving you. All right, now on to the vocal, man. Now with this, I kind of took inspiration from a couple tracks. Waiting for You by Future. Interesting riffs, runs, and phrases to keep you engaged throughout the sample. And you know, the cohesiveness of this energy that you're getting from the vocals, from the you know, the regular idea, that's what's gonna really make the song. So for the phrase, so it can be swaggy and catchy, you feel me? Because if you wanna do something, it might as well be swaggy. You know, the phrase I said was just lean on me. And just by me saying that, it kind of brought up some more inspiration, like, okay, lean on me. There's different little parts of that phrase that you know you can get something out of. Shout out to my dog East, bro, but he said this joint, bro, and that shit blew my mind. I was like, yo, you always got like a good ratio when it comes to melody versus vocals. But essentially, you want the melody and your vocal to be one. So a lot of the extra stuff, try and simplify that and really just try it. And like I said, push that one emotion throughout the song. Try and get that energy with the vocals to sound cohesive. So I came in with these main vocals.
You can lean on my, you can lean on my.
And as you can see, I'm just saying you could lean on my, you feel me? And by me saying my, it kind of like leaves room for guessing. Now, you know what I'm saying, the idea just got even more receptive to anybody listening to it, you feel me? Because now they can guess, lean on my what, you know what I'm saying? And when I'm adding these vocals, I'm still trying to keep those goals in mind. Can I get it to sound catchy? Can I have space? And things like that. And now what I'm doing is I'm breaking up this phrase into little pieces. Lean on my, so now I can say my in a cool way. Now I can say lean on, you feel me? But if I got a solid phrase, something that actually holds value, you know, I'm able to play around with that. Now I'm just focusing on how can I enhance what I already have. I'm trying to keep those goals in mind. I'm adding stacks, trying to make this sound more lively.
You can lean on my, 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 you can lean on my. You will lean on my, you will lean on my, you will lean on my.
To give this vocal sample some more bounce, what I did was I just added some ad-libs, but I wanted to add these in strategic places. I don't want this to be a super busy vocal sample where things are clashing. I wanted this, like again, what my boy E said, I wanted this all to sound like one idea.
Lead on. You could lead on. Lead on. So let's lean on.
And to really beat the horse of it being catchy, man, you can see I added this little part, but this really just changes the idea.
Lead on. Lead on.
And Tems is one of those artists that when you hear her voice, you just can't like not get submerged in the tone and the way that her voice makes you feel. Now with this next sample, I want to dive into delivery. You know, what makes these samples sound good? All right, bro, so check me out. Now we on to the next key component of this formula, delivery. You know, why these things sound good? In this little section, I want to show you like techniques to make sure that you are able to deliver your best vocals, because it's the delivery that we're actually listening for. It's delivery that will change your vocals from Duke to diamonds, my boy. Now, bro, I ain't gonna lie, it might be common sense, but the better the initial recording, the better the overall, you know what I'm saying, outcome is gonna be. But simply by just knowing some direction of where you want to take your vocal is crucial. Because you don't even need to sound good. You just need to know where you're going. You feel me? And that's the thing that's going to bring the character and all of that stuff to your vocal. So I'm going to show you what we need to create the best vocal. These are different classifications for your voice, you feel me? Each one is gonna have its pros, each one is gonna have its cons, you know, but together you're able to create a much bigger idea. These are the things that we need to achieve, quote unquote, good delivery. Now, I will say pitch and agility over the years have brought me the most issues, but later in the video I'll talk about a technique that can help you exactly with that. But yeah, bro, just by listening to music, listening to gospel, R&B, again, it doesn't matter the genre, you understand that with the culmination of great delivery, you can really create a masterpiece. And I know one artist who does that to a T. Friday is a great example. He uses a lot of dynamic riffs and runs, and is known for like his unique tone of voice and his overall sound, and it's because of his delivery. I ain't gonna lie, Friday is not Beyonce. Friday is Friday. But we can see in this little clip of Friday creating God Did, where we can really see how he was able to use his delivery to create a masterpiece.
They didn't believe in us. But I know God did, God did. Oh, God did. Oh, yes, God did. Oh, I know God.
He uses a mixture of oohs, ahs, riffs, and layers. And it's important to note that he's leaving a lot of space.
Deep in the water, with my head in the clouds, head in the clouds,
Just add stupid riffs, nigga. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to add riffs.
my body underwater, deep in the water, my body underwater, with my head in the clouds. I'm drowning, clouds, my head in the clouds.
Deep in the water,
My body deep in the water, my body underwater, with my head in the clouds. I'm drowning, and Jesus changed my soul.
Deep in the water, my body underwater, with my head in the clouds. I'm drowning, I'm drowning. Clouds, I'm drowning, I'm drowning, drowning, I'm drowning, I'm drowning, drowning, I'm drowning.
deep in the water, my body underwater, my head in the clouds. I'm drowning, I'm drowning, I'm drowning. Deep in the water, my body underwater, my head in the clouds. I'm drowning, I'm drowning, I'm drowning. My head in the
All right, bro, so like I said, man, for all the people that might not have the best voice, I have a little technique for you, you feel me? This really changed my whole creative process. And this technique is called very speedy. And essentially what we're doing is we're just slowing down the track enough to where we can hit those notes. And then when we speed it up, it's gonna give it a whole different texture, a whole different vibe. Regardless if you have auto-tune or not, by speeding it up, it's gonna take out a lot of those imperfections that we couldn't hear, or a lot of those imperfections that were in there when we were recording it. I'll go ahead and roll the clip, but you can see I used this technique in the last sample preview.
Deep in the water,
My body deep in the water. My body on the water. With my head in the clouds.
A lot of other samples where, you know, I'm trying to hit those crazy riffs and runs that like, nigga, the fuck I look like Chris Brown? Like, I'm Serge, bro. I'm not Chris Brown, you feel me? But with this one, I really wanted to highlight the usage of simplicity and how we were able to leverage it. And by looking at an idea through this lens, how we're able to pull out infinite ideas. And for vocals, simplicity is definitely one of the most important things we need. All right, now I know this might be a little brief, but I'm gonna keep it a stack. Throughout the years of me, you know, adding vocals, doing a bunch of trial and error, you feel me? I knew I had a problem when I had 3 buses full of effects. I had to tell myself, like, bruh, this has to be stopped. But the main effects that you really need when it comes to mixing vocals are EQ, compression, reverb, and delay. You feel me? Really, honestly, reverb and delay, you can throw that shit out the window because that's just pretty stuff. But if you got EQ and compression, the reverb is just gonna enhance that. The delay is just gonna enhance that. But when you wanna use these two is when a lot of people get confused. Now, the biggest problem when it comes to using these two is getting them mixed up, right? This is reverb and this is delay. I said that with reverb, it's better to look at it as an instrument. You're adding this artificial tail. Now, reverb has a lot of different usages. You can use it to, you know, soften the high end of something. You can use it to reposition something in your mix. Now, delay and reverb, they kind of have the same usages, but knowing when and when not to use one another, it's honestly up to you. And also a technique with reverb that I really like using to imitate like room distance is mono reverb.
I'm
saying if you want to get a sound like that sounds pretty far, we can use mono reverb to kind of imitate that. Now, how you will use these things will be different, you know, depending on whatever sample you're making. But like really, honestly, the fundamentals are gonna be the same. If you can master the fundamentals of EQ, compression, knowing how to use reverb, because reverb is an instrument. If you have too much low end in your reverb, that shit is gonna sound muddy. But really, it comes down to what do I want to draw out the vocal? All right, bro, but yeah, I know this video might have been a little bit everywhere. If you got anything out of this jump, you feel me? That is beyond a blessing, bro, because I wish the old me would have had this video. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, if you got any video ideas, go ahead, drop a comment. If you made it this far, go ahead, slap this emoji in the comment section so that I know that you a real one, man. But other than that, Search Productions, we out. But yeah, so check me out. We just finished editing this video. You know what I'm saying? This joint took me a long, periodically amount of time, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I was editing this joint for bricks. It's all good. It's all good. Perseverance is key, my boy. But it's a blessing that we finally got this done. I really hope that you got some value out of this video, bro, because if I'm keeping it a stack, bro, the vocals was probably like the hardest joint for me to learn, like in my creative journey. But I knew like once I got them joints, once I learned how to listen to my own voice, dog, and not like it, you feel me? Once I had to turn my disadvantages to my advantages in my voice, dog, clip. I can show y'all boys some early clips. You know what I'm saying? That joint was atrocious. I'm telling you, it was real rough out here. It was rough. But check me out. If you like this video and you want to see how to make those vintage vibes that you see Metro Boomin cooking up, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, click this video. Other than that, man, your boy Serge is out, man. I might have to hit the gym, because my nigga, who's going to carry the boats and the logs?